Assalamualaikum. Myself Zahda Azmat. Today my presentation topic is volumetric additive manufacturing. I am from BS Chemistry department and recently studied at University of the Management and Technology Sialkot. Here is the diagram. This diagram illustrates the process of volumetric additive manufacturing, which is a type of 3D printing. It starts with the digital 3D model. The model is then used for layerless 3D printing, shown with the heat map indicating the printing process. The final output is the 3D printed part. Volumetric additive manufacturing enables printing complex shapes without traditional layering, potentially improving speed and accuracy. The outlines of my presentation includes introduction, basic principles of volumetric additive manufacturing, types and techniques of the VAMs, materials used, process flow, advantages of the VAM, challenges and limitations, application, research trends and developments, future prospects, and the end we conclude it. First of all, we move towards the introduction of the volumetric additive manufacturing. Volumetric additive manufacturing is an advanced form of 3D printing that fabricates entire three-dimensional objects all at once, rather than building them layer by layer. It means that here no layering takes place, the all object is uh, formed all at once. In conventional AM methods such as fused deposition modeling, which is a 3D printing technique, material extruded in layers, thermoplastic polymers used in this technique, and it is widely used and cost effective. Stereolithography. Stereolithography is also a 3D printing technology. It uses photopolymerization. It has high resolution and accuracy. It creates the complex geometries. Selective laser sintering is a 3D printing technique. It uses laser to fuse particles. It has no support structures. It creates complex geometries. In three technologies, objects are constructed sequentially one layer at a time. But in volumetric additive manufacturing, the whole object is formed all at once. Volumetric additive manufacturing introduces a non-layered approach that builds the entire 3D volume simultaneously within a transparent container filled with the photopolymer resin. The process typically uses tomographic light projections. Non-layered approach in 3D printing, like the layerless 3D printing shown in the volumetric additive manufacturing image, prints objects without traditional layer by layer buildup. It can improve the speed and surface finish. It enables the complex geometries. Photopolymer or photosensitive resin is the liquid polymer. It cures with light. It used in stereolithography and DLP printing. It creates highly detailed parts. Tomographic light projection, it projects pattern light onto the resin. It cures the specific area simultaneously. It enables the rapid 3D printing, and it is used in volumetric additive manufacturing. Now we'll move towards the basic principles of the volumetric additive manufacturing. First of all, we discuss the definition and concept of the VAM. Volumetric additive manufacturing is the next generation 3D printing technology that create entire 3-dimensional objects simultaneously within a volume of a material instead of building them layer by layer. It uses volumetric energy deposition. Volumetric energy deposition energy in the form of light, laser, or other fused into a volume. It cures or solidified the material simultaneously. It enables the rapid layerless 3D printing. It used in advanced manufacturing technique, typically through light projections to selectively solidify material in a three-dimensional region. The concept of the MEM is inspired by computed tomography but work in reverse. VAM draws inspiration from CT scans, computed tomography. It in this reconstructs 3D image from 2D projections. Volumetric additive manufacturing uses similar principles to project pattern light solidify resin volumetrically. It enables the rapid layerless 3D printing of complex shapes. In CT images, a 3D object is reconstructed from multiple 2D projections in where multiple 2D light patterns are projected into a photopolymer resin to build a solid 3D structure. The object forms whenever the cumulative light dose exceeds the resin's polymerization threshold. Cumulative light dose is the total light energy absorbed by the resin. It determines the degree of polymerization. It controls the solidification and part properties. It is critical for achieving the desired print quality. Polymerization threshold is the minimum energy required for resin to cure. It determines the solidification point, influence print resolution and quality. It is critical for the controlling VAM processes. Now we will discuss the mechanisms like tomographic and holographic approach. The working principle of the volumetric additive manufacturing relies on controlled light exposure. Controlled light exposure regulates energy input to resin. It affects the polymerization and solidification. It enables the precise control over print quality. It is critical for achieving the desired part properties from different angles to cure the specific regions into a photosensitive resin. There are two main technologies. The first one is the tomographic approach. The computed approach developed at the University of the California, Berkeley is called computed axial tomography. In CAL, computed axial lithography, a digital light projector projects a sequence of the 2D image into a rotating container of the liquid photopolymer resin. Liquid photopolymer resin is specialized polymer that cures with light used in SLA, DLP and WAVE printing. It offers high resolution and detail. It can be formulated for specific applications. As the resin rotates, the projected light patterns are synchronized such that their energy distribution accumulates only in the desired 3D shape. Once the resin absorbs sufficient light energy, the target region polymerizes or solidifies while the surrounding material remains liquid and can be drained away. Here is a key diagram. This image depicts a volumetric additive manufacturing process using a photoresist in a glass vial. In the setup, a off-centered light beam from a micro-mirror device is used. Light follow a helical trajectory in the vial, photoresist in the glass vial. In the B, the process includes the projected pattern and accumulative dose shown. Light exposure controls solidification. In printing progression, C part, time lapse image 0 to 570 seconds, solidification of the photoresist shown. In the D part, result is printed object with scale reference 5 cm and 10 mm. Complex geometries achieved. This process can print complex geometries in less than a minute, offering a huge speed advantage compared to layer by layer printing. Now we will discuss the second approach, which is the holographic volumetric printing. In holographic volumetric printing or holographic volumetric additive manufacturing. Interfering laser beam generates a 3D light field which is also called hologram within the resin. The constructive interference of the beams define the regions that reach the polymerization threshold. Unlike the tomographic method, this approach does not require physical rotation. Instead, it relies on optical interference and phase control to shape the energy control. Holographic volumetric printing uses optical interference to create 3D patterns, relies on phase control of light waves, create complex geometries volumetrically. It enables the high resolution 3D printing. Interference patterns solidify material, building the part. To shape the energy field in volumetric additive manufacturing is to modulate the light intensity and phase, controls energy distribution in the resin, and creates specific solidification patterns. It enables the printing of complex 3D geometries. This shaping of the energy field allows for precise control over the printing process. Here is a diagram. This diagram illustrates a holographic volumetric approach or manufacturing setup. Its key components include laser input, DMD digital micrometer device, Fourier lens rotation stage, holographic reconstruction, and inspection camera tool. The setup compares two configurations, HoloVAM and TVAM. This setup enables precise 3D printing using holographic technique. Holographic printing offers extremely high precision and can produce microscopic features, but it is more complex and currently limited by laser and material technology. Holographic printing offers extremely high precision because it uses wavefront shaping of the precise energy control. It enables the submicron feature sizes. It allows for complex 3D geometries. It provides the high resolution and accuracy. This precision makes holographic printing suitable for the advanced applications. Here is a difference between the conventional AM and volumetric AM. The feature includes the fabrication method, printing time, surface finishes, mechanical strength, support structures, and geometrical freedom. In conventional AM, the fabrication method is layer by layer, but in volumetric it is layer by layer. It is non-layered. Printing time in conventional is very slow, but in volumetric it is very fast. The surface finishes is layered in conventional but smooth and layerless finishes in volumetric additive manufacturing. In mechanical strength, the material is anisotropic in conventional and isotropic in volumetric additive manufacturing. Support structures are often required during conventional AM and not required during the volumetric. Geometrical freedom is limited by overhangs in conventional AM and highly and fully enclosed during the volumetric additive manufacturing. Stress accumulation common due to repeated heating and cooling during the conventional, but stress accumulation is minimal during the volumetric additive manufacturing. Material used is polymers, metals, and ceramics during conventional manufacturing, and mostly photopolymers and hydrogels are used during the volumetric additive manufacturing. Conventional AM method excel in material diversity. VAM outperforms them in speed, accuracy, and design flexibility, especially for soft or transparent materials. Holographic volumetric printing can works with photoresist materials commonly used in this setup. Various materials can be used depending on application needs. Material choices affects printing resolution and properties. The design flexibility includes the complex geometries, customization, multi-material printing, and internal features. Now we will discuss the role of light projection and photopolymerization. At the core of VAM relies the process of photopolymerization, a light-induced chemical reaction which is initiate the polymerization in photoresist, creates solidification patterns, enables 3D printing, and controls material properties. Light projection system includes the DMD and laser system, and in photopolymerization process, the resin contains the photoinitiators. Photoinitiator absorb light energy, generate reactive sites, initiate polymerization, and enable curing of photoresist. Here is an image which shows the 3D photopolymerization. The four sections includes mechanism, techniques, perspective, and photoinitiators. Chemical structure are shown in the central circle. The diagram likely illustrates the key aspects of the 3D photopolymerization, a process used in additive manufacturing and 3D printing. The optical control and chemical kinetics. Optical control in the VM regulate light intensity and pattern, control energy distribution in resin, and chemical kinetics in photopolymerization described reaction rate involves initiation, propagation, and termination. It affects the polymerization and solidification. It influences the final part properties. Optical control and chemical kinetics work hand in hand to ensure the accurate and selective solidification within the resin volume. Optical control and chemical kinetics ensure accurate and selective solidification by optical control, which regulating the light exposure pattern and intensity, and chemical kinetics governing the reaction rates and polymerization progression. Together, they enable precise solidification of desired areas, control over resolution and feature size. It influences on final part properties. Resin volume in VAM affects solidification and voxel size. It influences the light penetration and scattering, impacts printing resolution and accuracy. It needs careful control for optimal results. Key physical and chemical properties. The first one is the optical absorption and scattering. Optical absorption and scattering includes the effect light penetration in resin, influence solidification pattern, impact resolution and voxel shape. It need consideration for accurate printing. Energy dose accumulation. Polymerization occurs only when cumulative light exposure suppresses the critical energy dose. Critical energy dose is the minimum energy required for solidification. It determines gel point of the resin. It influences the voxel size and resolution. It affects the mechanical properties of the printed parts. The third key chemical principle is the photopolymerization kinetics. The rate of curing depends on the reaction kinetics. Reaction kinetics describes the polymerization rate. It influences the solidification process. It affects the final part properties. It impacts the printing speed and resolution. Diffusion and inhibition effects. Oxygen inhibition can slow or prevent polymerization near surfaces, hence oxygen control is crucial for accurate curing. Oxygen inhibition is the hinders polymerization near surfaces. It affects the solidification and adhesion. It can cause defects in printed parts. It may require controlled atmosphere or strategies to mitigate. Fifth one is the mechanical and thermal stability. Since the process is near instantaneous, the resin must manage heat generation and shrinkage stress to maintain dimensional accuracy. Heat generation and shrinkage stress can cause deformation and wrapping, which affects the dimensional accuracy and may lead to crack and delamination. It needs the consideration in process optimization. In city reconstruction, like in the sixth property, tomographic reconstruction algorithms, mathematical models which is similar to the city reconstruction. City reconstruction creates 3D models from 2D models. It enables the complex internal structures and allows for high resolution images are used to compute the correct set of 2D projection for a desired 3D geometry. Now we will discuss the types and techniques of the volumetric additive manufacturing. Here are five main applications, five main categories which includes computed axial lithography, holographic volumetric printing, multi-photon volumetric printing, bioprinting, and hybrid VM systems. Now we will discuss one by one all of these. First one is the computed axial lithography. Computed axial lithography is the first and most widely recognized form of volumetric additive manufacturing. It was pioneered by researchers at the University of the California, Berkeley in 2019. The working principle is the reverse of computed tomography. In CT scanning, a 3D object is reconstructed from 2D X-ray images. It is the reverse of the CT scanning. The first one we used in this process is digital projector. Digital projectors project pattern onto the resin. It enables high-speed printing. It allows for dynamic control of light exposure. It supports complex geometries and structures. Digital projectors project a series of 2D light patterns onto a rotating volume of photosensitive resin. Each light projection corresponds to different viewing angles, and all projections are computed so that their cumulative energy distribution matches the desired 3D object. When the energy load in certain regions of the resin exceeds the polymerization threshold, those regions solidify. After curing, the uncured resin is drained, leaving behind the solid 3D object. Here is a diagram. This image depicts a setup for volumetric additive manufacturing using a digital light processing projector. A DLP projector projects pattern onto a container with photocurable resin. The resin is in a container on a rotation state, allowing for projection from different angles. An index matched fluid surrounds the resin container, likely to reduce the optical distortion. A lens is positioned between the projection and the resin container to focus or shape the light. The setup enables the creation of complex 3D structures through photopolymerization of the resin. Now we will discuss the holographic volumetric printing. Holographic volumetric printing is a more advanced technique that uses interference of multiple laser beams, which creates the complex 3D patterns. Enable volumetric exposure. It enables for simultaneous solidification of multiple points. It can increases the printing speed and resolution. To create a 3D intensity pattern or hologram inside the resin. Hologram is when is records the interference pattern of light, reconstructs 3D image or pattern. It enables the volumetric exposure. It allows for complex geometries and structures. The working principle includes several coherent laser beams intersects within a photosensitive resin. These beams interfere constructively and destructively, forming a three-dimensional light field that corresponds to the desired object. Three-dimensional light fields represent the spatial distribution of light. It enables the volumetric imaging and printing. It allows for complex structures and patterns. It used in AVM for precise solidification. Region exposed to the sufficient light energy undergo photopolymerization, solidify the object in single exposure event. Single exposure event solidified the entire volume or layer. It enables the fast predicting speeds, allow for complex geometries. It is characteristic of the volumetric additive manufacturing. Here is a diagram. This diagram shows a setup of optical components on a pegboard, likely for an experiment or demonstration involving laser beam. A laser is a source of the beam. The beam passes through a polarizer and a halfway plate which controls the beam's polarization. The beam then hits a beam splitter, dividing into two paths. One path goes to a mirror. The setup includes a component labeled X HD2, possibly a detector or target for the laser beam. Now we will discuss the multi-photon volumetric additive manufacturing. In multi-photon volumetric printing, which is also called two-photon when we use two photons during the polymerization process, or when we use two or more than two photons, then it is called multi-photon lithography, uses non-linear optical absorption to achieve extremely fine resolution within a resin. Non-linear optical absorption occurs at high intensities, which can lead to multi-photon absorption and enables 3D structuring and printing, which allows for high-resolution processes. The working principle of the multi-photon volumetric printing is a femtosecond laser focuses light into the resin. The polymerization occurs only at the focal point where two or more photons are absorbed simultaneously. Because this process depends on nonlinear absorption, curing happens only in a small, localized volume, absorbing or allowing submicron accuracy. The laser focus is scanned throughout the resin to write the 3D structure directly. Here is a diagram of the multi-photon 3D laser printing. This diagram explains the application of the multi-photon 3D laser printing. The technique is applied in four main areas: optics and photonics, likely utilizing material like liquid crystalline elastomers. The second area is microfluidics, involving materials like hydrogels and composites. Third one is the life sciences, and fourth area is the microrobotics, involving shape memory polymers. Now we will move towards the volumetric bioprinting for biological applications. Volumetric bioprinting adopts the principle of the computed axial lithography or holographic volumetric additive manufacturing for use with biocompatible and cell-laden hydrogels. It enables the rapid fabrication of living tissues constructs with high cell viability and structural complexity. Compatible and cell-laden hydrogels are mimic natural tissues, which supports the cell growth and differentiation. It is used in tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. It enables the creation of complex 3D cell structures. Viability refers to the cell survival and health, critical for bioprinting constructs. It affects by printing process and materials. It impairs tissue engineering outcomes. Now we will discuss the working principle of the volumetric bioprinting. A bioinking composed of cells, nutrients, and photosensitive hydrogel is placed in a transparent container. Tomographic light projection are delivered through the container, polymerizing the hydrogel into the desired tissue shape. Since the process occurs within the seconds and without layering, cells experience minimal stress and maintain high viability. Here is a diagram. This diagram shows a process involving liver-derived organoid. Here is a breakdown: liver or derived organoid, starting point with an image of the liver section. Volumetric bioprinting organoids are used in a bioprinting process. Hepatic-like factory, the outcome is the biofactory mimicking liver function. This process likely aims to create a functional liver-like structure for research or therapeutic applications. Now we will move towards the hybrid system, in which we join the VM with other systems to enhance the versatility, precision, and material range. The first example is the VM plus layer based AM, used to print large structures with volumetric cores and high precision surface details. The second is the VM plus laser finishing, combines fast volumetric printing with precision machining for final surface quality. High resolution achieved through precise control of the solidification. It enables the smooth surface finishes. Critical for optical and biomedical application, it can be further enhanced through post processing. In VAM plus multi-material deposition, we integrate the volumetric printing with inkjet or extrusion system to include different materials or embedded components. Printing with inkjet or extrusion is the common bioprinting technique. Inkjet is the droplet-based high-resolution. Extrusion includes the continuous flow versatile material, both used for cell-laden constructs and tissue engineering. Here is a summary. Volumetric additive manufacturing encompasses several innovative techniques, such optimized for special needs. CAL provides high-speed and scalable fabrication. Holographic printing offers fast and optical precision. Multi-photon method delivers nanometer accuracy. Volumetric bioprinting enables the creation of living tissue structures, and hybrid system is the bridge of VAM with conventional method for enhanced functionality. These techniques defines the technological foundation of volumetric 3D printing, making a new era of rapid, precise, and biological compatible manufacturing. Now we will move towards the materials used in the volumetric additive manufacturing. The choice of material is critical in volumetric additive manufacturing because it directly affects the resolution, mechanical properties, and accuracy of the printed object. Unlike traditional additive manufacturing, where materials are deposited layer by layer, VAM requires optically clear, photosensitive material that responds uniformly to light exposure within a 3D volume. This section discusses the main classes of materials used in VAM: photopolymer resin, hydrogels, nanocomposites, functional material, followed by a discussion of key material challenges. Photopolymer resin. Photopolymer resin are most commonly used material in VAM because they can rapidly solidify upon light exposure through a process known as photopolymerization. These resins are composed of several key components, monomers and oligomers, which are the building blocks of the polymers. Monomers mean single unit and oligomers mean short chains, which is used in various printing and coating applications. Second resin is the photoinitiator, which triggers the polymerization reactions activated by specific wavelengths. It is the key component in photopolymerization. It is used in various 3D printing and coating processes. And additives refers to the manufacturing process. It builds parts layer by layer. It enables the complex geometries. It contrasts with subtractive manufacturing. Hydrogels. Hydrogels are water-rich biocompatible materials widely used in volumetric bioprinting for tissue engineering and biomedical research. They mimic the natural extracellular matrix, providing a suitable environment for growth and nutrient exchange. Here is an image which depicts the process of 3D printing or bioprinting using hydrogels. The breakdown of the components is process overview. The diagram illustrates layer by layer printing of hydrogel construct. Key components includes hydrogel dispenser, hydrogel droplet, fluorocarbon, first gel layer and subsequent layers forming the final hydrogel construct. Printing models is vertical printing and horizontal printing. Process setup is hydrogel droplets are dispensed, layers are built up layer by layer printing, a final hydrogel construct is formed. The composition of the hydrogels consists of polymeric network in which cross-linked chains are present. Water content is about 70 to 95% by weight, and photoinitiator is sensitive to visible or near UV light for polymerization. Nanocomposites and functional material to expand the functionality of the printed objects. Nanocomposites and smart materials are being developed for VAM. These materials integrate nanoparticles or functional additives into the resin to enhance the mechanical, electrical, or optical properties. The types and functions of the nanoparticles reinforced resin incorporate silica, titanium oxide and carbon nanotube to improve the stiffness, toughness and conductivity. Hydrogel stiffness affects cell behavior and constructs functionally. Toughness is the ability to resist fracture or damage. It has importance for withstanding mechanical stresses. Conductivity refers to electrical or ionic conductivity. It is relevant for applications like bioelectronics, neural interfaces, and cell signaling studies. Magnetic and conductive responsive nanocomposites includes iron oxides or graphene nanoparticles to produce magnetic or electrically responsive structures useful for sensors and actuators. In hydrogels and bioprinting, magnetic or electrically responsive structures enable actuation or interaction with external fields. Its application includes controlling drag release, actuator for soft robotics, and responsive biomaterials. It achieved by incorporating magnetic particles or conductive components in hydrogels. Optically active material contain fluorescent or refractive nanocomponents for active components, optical components and photonic devices. Optical components can be created using hydrogels for applications like biocompatible lenses, optical sensors and light guided structures. Photonic devices are the leverage light-based technologies. Its application includes the optical communication, sensing and imaging. Stimuli responsive materials, which are also called smart materials. It changes the shape or properties in response to temperature, light or pH, enabling application in soft robotics and adaptive devices. Soft robotics uses flexible, compliant materials. It enables safe human-robot interactions. Application includes wearable devices, medical devices, and soft actuators. Adaptive devices is respond to environmental changes. It can adjust properties or behavior. Application includes soft robotics, wearable, and biomedical devices. Now we will move towards the material challenges in VAM. First one is the viscosity control challenge. Viscosity control challenge is critical for consistent flow, accurate dosing and high resolution printing. High viscosity resin can lead to chlorine clogging, poor resolution and print failure. Second challenge is the curing rate and polymerization threshold. Curing rate affects the print speed and quality. Polymerization threshold is the minimum energy required to initiate the curing. It influences the resolution, mechanical properties and dimensional accuracy. Third challenge is the optical transparency, which is critical for light penetration, uniform curing, high resolution printing. Factor affecting the transparency includes resin formulation, scattering particles, and wavelength of light. Fourth challenge is the shrinkage and stress formation. Shrinkage and stress formation can lead to dimensional inaccuracies, wrapping or cracking, reduced mechanical properties. It caused by polymerization shrinkage, thermal effects, internal stresses. Fifth challenge is the material compatibility and stability, which includes the resin stability over time, compatibility with printing hardware, material degradation during printing. It affects the print quality, reproducibility, and material properties. Here is a summary. Material play a central role in the success of volumetric additive manufacturing. Photopolymer resin enable fast, precise and layerless fabrication. Hydrogels make SWAM suitable for biological and medical applications. Nanocomposites and functional material open new possibilities in electronics, optics and robotics. However, optimizing viscosity, curing behavior, optical clarity remains a significant challenge. Continued research in material science and photochemistry will drive future improvements, enabling broader industrial and biomedical use of the WAM. After this, we move towards the process workflow of the volumetric additive manufacturing. The first one is the 3D model and tomographic data preparation. Second, light projection system setup. Third, photopolymerization and curing. And fourth is the post-processing, which includes the washing, finishing and removal of uncured resin. We study all of fours one by one. The first stage is the 3D model design and tomographic data preparation. The first stage involves preparing the digital data of the object to be printed and converted into a format suitable for volumetric light projection. 3D model creation. The process begins with the computed axial design model or 3D scan of the desired object. The model must be watertight, closed geometry, and free of errors to ensure the accurate reproduction. Design optimization may be applied to reduce material use and minimize curing irregularities. Irregularities can refer to defects or inconsistencies in print geometry, material properties, and surface finish. It can be caused by WAM process parameters, material properties, and equipment limitations. Tomographic reconstruction. The 3D model is mathematically processed to compute a series of 2D projection images corresponding to various angles around the object. These projections are generated using tomographic algorithms similar to those used in computed tomography image but in reverse. Each 2D pattern encodes a specific intensity distribution that contributes to the cumulative 3D light energy inside the resin. Tomographic algorithms used in the volumetric additive manufacturing to reconstruct the 3D models, calculate projection patterns, and optimize print quality. Examples include random transform, filtered back projections. Software and simulation. Specialized software simulates light propagation, verifying that the cumulative energy dosed in the resin will form the target shape. This ensures accurate curing while avoiding overexposure or unwanted polymerization in surrounding regions. The final output of this setup is a consequence of the 2D light projection that will be fed into the projection system during the printing. Second one is the light projection systems. The second stage involves the optical and mechanical configuration of the WAM printer. The setup varies depending on the specific technologies like computing axial lithography or holographic printing, but the general elements includes projection and light source. A digital light projector or laser system is used to emit light in the UV or visible range. Digital light projectors used in the WAM to project pattern light, cure resin, and 3D structures are created. Its key components are high resolution display, lenses system, and light sources. The wavelength is selected to match the absorption characteristics of the photoinitiator in the resin. Projection control. The projection projects the pre-calculated 2D pattern into a transparent resin container. Pre-calculated 2D patterns used in the VAM to project specific images, cure agents selectively, and build 3D structure layer by layer. It generated using tomographic algorithms and computational models. In computed axial lithography systems, the resin container rotates while synchronized light patterns are projected from different angles. In a holographic system, multiple laser beams interfere within the resin to create a 3D light field. Calibration. The optical path and light intensity must be precisely calibrated to ensure accurate focusing and even illumination. Parameters such as exposure time, rotation speed, and projection sequence are optimized to match resin properties and object geometry. This stage ensures that the projected light accurately defines the energy distribution required for successful volumetric curing. Now we will discuss about the photopolymerization and curing. This is the core stage of the VAM process where the liquid resin solidified into the desired 3D shape through photopolymerization. Photopolymerization reaction, the resin contains photoinitiator molecules that absorb photons from the projected light. Energy accumulation, each light pattern contribute a small fraction of the total energy required for curing. Simultaneous formation, the entire 3D object forms all at once within seconds or minutes instead of being built layer by layer. Environmental condition, temperature, oxygen concentration, and exposure time must be carefully controlled to ensure the uniform curing. After this, we studied about the post-processing. Once the printing process is complete, post-processing is necessary to remove residual resin and finalize the object's mechanical and aesthetic qualities. Removal of uncured resin. The printed object is removed from the resin bath and washed using solvents like isopropanol to eliminate the uncured resin. Secondary curing, some materials require post-curing under UV light or heat to finally polymerize any partially cured resin. Surface finishes, depending on application needs, additional finishing operations like polishing, coating or dyeing may be applied to improve the surface quality and appearance. Finishing operation like post-processing step in VAM, it involves the cleaning, curing, surface treatment. It enhances the surface finish, mechanical properties and aesthetics. Recycling and resin recovery. Unused resin can often be filtered and reused, making VAM a material efficient and sustainable process. Here is a summary of all four stages and their key purposes. Now we will discuss about the advantages of the volumetric additive manufacturing. The first one is the rapid layer by layer fabrication. One of the most significant advantage of the VAM is exceptionally fast printing speed. VAM can print complete objects within seconds or minutes since the entire volume is cured simultaneously. It leading to smooth and continuous surface, no visible layers find, high surface quality without extensive post-processing. This speed and efficiency of the VAM make it ideal for rapid prototyping, mass customization, and on-demand manufacturing applications. Rapid prototyping uses VAM for fast iteration, complex geometries, and customization. Mass accumulation refers to the material buildup, density variation, and potential defects. On-demand manufacturing in VAM enables customized production, just-in-time delivery, and reduced inventory. The second advantage is the high geometric freedom and complexity. VAM offers unparalleled design flexibility, which offers complex geometries, internal structures, and customized design. It enables innovative products, optimized performance, and unique applications compared to the traditional additive manufacturing techniques. Because objects are formed volumetrically, no support structures are required. The uncured resin itself acts as a natural support medium during printing. Such freedom opens up new frontiers in fields like medical implants, soft robotics, and microfluidic devices. Medical implants, WAM enables customized implants, complex geometries, biocompatible materials. Benefits: it improved fit, reduced surgery time, and enhanced patient outcomes. Microfluidic applications is lab on a chip, diagnostics and research tool. Mechanical isotropy refers to uniform material properties, consistent performance and a reduced anisotropy. Reduced mechanical stress and deformation. Key benefits include reduced internal stress and wrapping due to uniform curing, improved mechanical isotropy as the material is solidified simultaneously rather than in stock layers, better dimensional accuracy, and higher structural stability. These properties are especially advantageous for precision components and optical grade parts where stress induced deformation can degrade performance. Precision components WAM enables complex geometries customization. Application includes in aerospace, medical, and industrial. Optical grade parts WAM enables the transparency and high surface quality. The applications found in optics, photonics, and medical devices. After this, we move toward the applications for multi-material or functional printing. Potential application includes the functional gradient within a single print, like soft to rigid transition, embedded sensors or optical elements, bioprinting of complex tissue constructs with spatially varying cell densities or materials. These versatility positions WAM as a platform for next generation multifunctional manufacturing. Embedded sensors in WAM enables integration with complexes, customized designs, and miniaturization. Applications found in structural health monitoring, medical devices, and Internet of Things devices. Optical elements enables the high surface quality applications in lenses, mirrors, and beam splitters. Bioprinting of complex tissue constructions is a promising application of WAM. It enables the creation of complex tissue structures, integration of multiple cell types, customized designs, and potential for tissue engineering and regenerative medicine applications. Improved speed and scalability. Volumetric additive manufacturing inhibits excellent potential for scalability. Scalability depends on printing speed, resolution, and build volume, and it is improved by parallel processing, upscaling printing technology, and optimizing process parameters in both object size and projection throughput. Since printing speed depends mainly on exposure time rather than object volume, WAM can scale up without significant time penalties. Parallel projection system or larger resin volume can be used to fabricate multiple parts simultaneously. Here is a summary of key advantages and their description. Challenges includes material limitation. Material limitation and optical constraints. In WAM, material limitation includes resin properties, material compatibility, and degradation over time. And optical constraints includes the resolution limits, depth of penetration, and light scattering. Second challenge is the resolution and accuracy issue. It is affected by projection resolution, resin properties, printing parameters, and post-processing techniques. It can be improved by optimizing process parameter, using high-resolution projectors, and advanced post-processing technologies. Third one is the equipment cost and complexity. Equipment cost and complexity in VAM is high. Initial investment requires specialized expertise. It may maintenance and operation cost may be mitigated by oversourcing or outsourcing, training and education, and process optimization. Fourth is the heat generation and curing control. It affects the part quality, material properties, and printing speed. It can be managed by optimizing printing parameter, using the temperature control system, and selecting suitable resin. Fifth is the scalability for industrial use. It requires high printing speed, large build volume, reliable process control, integration with industrial workflows. It can be achieved by developing specialized WAM system, by optimizing printing parameters, implementing quality control measures. Here is a summary of the challenges. While WAM offers expectational speed and design freedom, challenges in material precision, cost, and scalability must be overcome before it becomes a fully industrialized manufacturing technology. After challenges, we discuss the application of the WAM. Volumetric additive manufacturing has a wide range of applications due to its speed, precision, and ability to create complex 3D structures with those sport materials. First one is the biomedical application, used for tissue scaffolds, organ models, and bioprinting of soft tissues. In tissue scaffold, WAM enables the biocompatible materials and its applications found in regenerative medicine. It enables the cell-friendly fabrication using hydrogels without damaging living cells. Cell-friendly fabrication in WAM enables the gentle processing conditions which is suitable for cell encapsulation. It is valuable for medical research, surgical planning, and custom implant. Medical research WAM enables the high throughput screening applications found in drug development. Surgical planning WAM enables the complex geometries application found in the pre-surgical planning. In custom implants, WAM enables the complex geometries and applications found in orthopedic implant, dental implants, and craniofacial reconstructions. The second is the microfluidic device, ideal for printing complex internal challenges and small-scale fluid systems in a single step, applied in a lab on a chip device, chemical sensors, and biomedical diagnostics. Complex internal challenges, WAM enables the creation of complex geometries and customized designs, application found in aerospace, medical devices, and heat exchangers. Small-scale fluid systems, WAM enables the miniaturization and customized design, applications lab on a chip device, microfluidics, and biomedical devices. Lab on a chip devices, WAM enables the integration with sensors and applications found in environmental monitoring. Chemical sensors, WAM enables the integration with sensing elements, applications found in environmental monitoring, healthcare, and industrial process control. Biomedical diagnostics, WAM enables the integration with biomolecules and applications found in point of care testing, disease detection, and personalized medicine. Now we will move towards the soft robotics. Flexible and deformable structures created from soft polymers or gels. It enables the fabrication of actuators, gripping, and bio-inspired boards with integrated functions. Actuators VAM enables the integration with smart materials and applications found in smart robotics or soft robotics. Grippers enable the integration with smart materials, customized designs. The applications found in handling delicate objects and bio-inspired robots. VAM enables the complex geometries, applications found in soft robotics, medical devices, and environmental monitoring. Optics and electronics produces transparent optical component lenses and waveguides with smooth surfaces. It is used for embedded electronic circuits or censored into 3D geometries. Rapid prototyping allows instant projection of prototype directly from digital designs, useful for design testing, product development, and small scale manufacturing where speed is crucial. In summary, VAM unique ability to print complex, high quality and functional 3D structures rapidly make it valuable across biomedical, industrial and technological fields. Now we will move towards the research trends and developments. First one is the real-time feedback and adaptive system. Real-time monitoring (WAM) enables integration with sensors, customized design, and complex geometries. Application found in industrial process control, environmental monitoring, and healthcare. In adaptive control, WAM enable integration with sensors and actuators, real-time monitoring, customized design. Application found in robotics and industrial automation. Second future research prospect is the advances in light field control and algorithms. Improved tomographic or holographic algorithms allow better reconstruction of complex shapes. New method enhances resolution, speed, and light uniformity within the resin. Third one is the emerging material for WAM. Research focuses on a new photopolymer, hydrogel, and nanocomposites to develop biocompatible and functional materials for advanced application. Application in AI and computational design. Artificial intelligence and ML, machine learning, are being used to optimize production patterns using parameters and design processes. AI help achieve faster computation and automation error correction in printing. Fifth one is the sustainable and eco-friendly approaches. Focus on recyclable resin, low energy light sources and waste reduction strategies. Development of green manufacturing processes align WAM with sustainability goals. Green manufacturing processes WAM enable reduced material waste, energy efficiency, and customized designs. Application found in sustainable production, reduced environmental impacts, and cost-effective manufacturing. Here is a summary. WAM centers on enhancing precision, adaptability, material intelligence, and sustainability, paving the way for more efficient and environmentally friendly manufacturing systems. After this, we move towards the future prospects of volumetric additive manufacturing. First is the industrial adoption and commercialization. This section likely discusses how WAM is being or will be adopted in the industries and its potential for commercialization. WAM's unique combination of speed, precision, and environmental friendliness is expected to explore the feasibility and challenges of integration WAM into industrial production lines. Second prospect is the potential for mass customization. This probably highlights WAM's capability for mass customization. Since WAM combines the speed and precision in manufacturing, it could enable industries to produce customized products on a large scale efficiently. Third future prospect is integration with digital manufacturing and Industry 4.0. Here my focus is likely on how WAM can integrate with digital manufacturing and technologies and the principles of the Industry 4.0. This could involve discussing how WAM aligns with their enhancing smart manufacturing automation and data exchange in manufacturing processes. Fourth, a future prospect is the future improvements in speed, material, and precision. This section might cover anticipated advancement in web technology, focusing on improvements in speed, the range of materials that can be used, and the precision of the manufacturing. Enhancement in these areas could further boost WAM's applicability and efficiency in material production. These are four future prospects of the volumetric additive manufacturing. Here is a summary of these prospects. The future of WAM lies in its ability to deliver rapid, precise, and customizable manufacturing, transferring how products are designed, prototyped, and produced in the Industry 4.0 era. Now we conclude the volumetric additive manufacturing. Volumetric additive manufacturing represents a major breakthrough in 3D printing, enabling rapid, layerless, and high precision fabrication of complex structures. By solidifying 3D volume simultaneously, it overcomes the speed, stress, design limitations of the traditional layer by layer techniques. Recent advancements in light projection, computational algorithms, and material sciences has established WAM as a key innovation in modern manufacturing. However, challenges remain in areas such as material developments, resolution control, cost reduction, and industrial scalability. By overcoming in these challenges, we look forward. WAM is expected to play a central role in next generation manufacturing, particularly through its integration with AI, bioprinting, and Industry 4.0 technologies. Its ability to combine speed, accuracy, and design freedom positions it as a cornerstone of future digital and sustainable production systems. I hope so you all understand all the features of volumetric additive manufacturing. That's all about my side. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you so much.